All right, so this is just for third and fifth hour to the B students who will not be here on Tuesday for the ACT testing. I'm just going to very quickly go over the summative. For that day too, there are basically two parts. So on Tuesday, you should focus on doing this objective part of the test and then go along with the Hyperdoc assignment that is right here. The objective test is pretty straightforward. It's all the quizzes from the last couple weeks. So if you go back, look at the Quizlet, look at those quizzes, this should be pretty easy. The summative, though, for the Hyperdoc is a little bit more extensive. So again, when you get this, it'll show up as a Google Doc. You'll have a little thing up here that you write My Document, you type on this actual document, and then submit it in Schoology. So this is not something that you would need to upload. What you will see in your document is it will look something like this. And I went through this in the week intro, but I just want to specify on this assignment the types of things that you're going to do. So for this assignment, you're going to pretty much use the top up here for all your research. So all of this, all these little things will bring you to different sites. And the idea of this is to kind of engage with the way that you do note taking. And so when you go to this, you're going to use this, or there are also different links that are down here to help you develop some ideas, questions, which you can see right here, or something you've learned or wonders you have based on the questioning. So the idea here is that you've been given research, and now you're going to go and use sources that are good, decent sources to get that information. The thing that's a little tricky with this is that as you go through each step, the questions get a little bit harder. The ideas of what you're supposed to be looking up get a little bit more complex. And so when you're starting off here, the Stamp Act, if you go up to this thing link, you'll get to the information when you click either here or on the actual square. You'll see this little link come up, and then you'll use that to write down either the questions you have or the things that you learn. And I'm not looking for much more than one or two questions, one statement, or one wonder that you have. The next thing is that there's a video about the Boston Massacre. You're supposed to click on this, and again, you're taking one or two notes about it. Then we get to the Boston Tea Party. There's a video attached here. You can use this link. And again, these links also are located in this thing link. So it's kind of, one way you can either just look at the thing link and look at all the different information, and then eventually go back and do the individual sites that come out of that. Now, when we get into the ideas of the Boston Tea Party, there's some more focused questions that this link and how it applies to what I want you to be thinking about it. So that's one of the things that I'll start looking at, kind of looking at your grade for this. How well do you do for the Boston Tea Party notes and Paul Revere's ride? And so there's like a map here and some questions focused on what he did, and I want you to kind of think about how you're writing those answers because these are a little bit more difficult. It's a little bit more focused on kind of thinking outside of the box. So, typically students who get through the first couple will get like a 2 on this because it shows me that, if given a website, you can kind of figure out those ideas. The 3s or 4s come from these last 2 boxes because it's getting you to try to think a little bit more completely about something beyond just what happened. It's kind of the why and then applying it to what's going on today. So again, the first thing you're going to want to do is click on this box. It takes you to this thing link. When you go to this thing link, you can see the little stars up here, and these stars will bring you to different points. So what you're basically doing is kind of using this and then applying it to where it goes in the box. So for example, the first thing is the Stamp Act. So when you go to the thing link, you find the thing that says Stamp Act right here. And then you would click on that and it would bring you to information about that. All right? And you would have to read this, and this is where you're getting information to write down. And then we have the Boston Massacre, the Tea Party, the Independence Declaration, you have Paul Revere's ride. So you have to figure out which thing goes with which box, and then you have to write the more appropriate thing. Okay? So again, this is a summative, and it's 1/2 of your summative. So you're actually going to be graded on the summative score you get on the objective test and the summative on the Hyperdoc assignment. So don't make sure you do both of these. And again, for the objective part, if you go through and look at the Quizlet, you look at the different quizzes throughout the last couple weeks, you should be able to do pretty good on this. All right, so if you have any questions, please check in with me on Tuesday. I will not be during the regular class time hours because we're doing ACT testing, but you can always email or send me a message up here in this little envelope on Schoology.